I'm Johnny with Balloon Animals Palm Beach, and today I'm going to show you how to make a bat that's hanging upside down. You will need 2 black 260s, 1 mocha 260, and 2 red 260 scraps. Each of my scraps are about 6 fingers long. Grab your black 260 and inflate it so you have a 9-finger tail. Now you're going to make a 2-finger bubble. Make a second 2-finger bubble, same size as the first one. Twist those 2 bubbles together and pull the nozzle in between those 2 bubbles all the way through to lock that into place. Now you want to make another 2-finger bubble. Make a pinch twist. Make a 3-finger bubble. Make a pinch twist. Make a 2-finger bubble, same size as this one. And now you're going to twist those 2 2-finger bubbles together to make a sort of triangle shape. And then you want to take the 2 2-finger bubbles that you started with and you're going to roll them into the middle of the triangle shape. So that's the head so far, front and back. Now we're going to make part of the body. So make a 5-finger bubble. Make a second 5-finger bubble, same size as this one. And now you're going to twist those 2 bubbles together. Make a third 5-finger bubble, same size as these 2. And now you want to take that bubble that you just made and you're going to roll it in between these other 2 5-finger bubbles. Just use your thumbs to push it through. Now you're going to make a 3-finger bubble and make a second 3-finger bubble, same size as this one. And then you're going to twist those 2 together, get rid of the extra, tie that off. So here's the body so far. Grab your next black 260. And inflate it so you have about an 8-finger tail. You're going to take this nozzle. These 2 balloons are the front of the body. This one balloon is the back. So you want to tuck the nozzle of this balloon in between the 2 balloons that are the front of the body. And then pull it out on the side of the back. So basically it's just going behind this one bubble here. So you're just putting it so that it kind of has about a 1 or 2-finger bubble sticking out here. And then right here you want to give it a bit of a twist so that the balloon is deflated when it's in the body so these bubbles can be close to each other. And now you want to keep twisting this balloon, well, rotating it a little bit as you squish it and bring it up and around this neck, around the back of the head, and then down the front. It's over this one that you started with until you reach this area where the legs begin. Wrap the balloon into that twist. And now you're going to make a 3-finger bubble, same size as these 2. And you're going to roll this bubble in between these 2. So you just put your thumbs on that bubble and your fingers on the other 2. Pull those 2 apart as you push the other bubble through. And now you're going to make a 2-finger bubble. Make a second 2-finger bubble, same size as this one. Twist those 2 bubbles together. And make one more 2-finger bubble. And now you're going to roll that bubble in between these 2 bubbles that you just made. And get rid of the extra, tie that off, and then just wrap that in to keep everything locked in place. Okay, so this bubble's sticking out the back. This is the front. This is like the wings wrapped around each other. So you want to just push this part of this bubble in between these two. So it has this more tucked in look. This is what it should look like so far. That's the front. That's the back. Now we're just going to let the air out of this bubble because we don't need a bubble sticking out the back. And now it's served its purpose of holding some tension there while we wrapped it around. So just let all the air out of that, tie it off, and keep it nice and tight. Go ahead and just wrap it in wherever it wraps in best. Mine is wrapping in around this leg area. So of these 3 bubbles on the legs, you should have 2 in the back, 1 in the front. On the 3 bubbles of the body, you should have 2 in the front, 1 in the back. And the 3 bubbles of the feet, you should have 2 in the back, 2 in the front, 1 in the back. Time to add in the eyes. Grab your red 260 scrap. And you want to give it a puff of air so you just have a little 1-finger bubble with a tail on each side. And so tie a knot on either side of that bubble. And now you're just going to take those 2 tails and you're going to tie them together. And that elongates the bubble so it's not quite as round, it's a little more oval. And now you can take those 2 tails and you're just going to wrap them into this pinch twist on one side. And then you can tuck that bubble into the head. So there's one eye in the front. Looks the same in the back. Grab your next red 260 scrap and give it a puff of air so it's just a little 1-finger bubble with a tail on either side. Tie a knot in both sides to keep that bubble in place. And now just take the 2 tails and tie those together to elongate that bubble so it's more oval instead of round, and wrap the 2 tails into the pinch twist on the head just like you did with the other one. Push that eye into the head, and there is the front and the back. There's the head up close. Now you're ready to make a branch for the bat to hang from. Grab your Mocha 260 and inflate it so you have about a 5-finger tail. Stretch it by pulling on it. Make a 4-finger loop. Pull the nozzle through that loop to lock it into place. Make a second 4-finger loop. And make a third 4-finger loop. Now you're just going to take this little tail here and you're going to tuck it into these black bubbles that are the feet. And then just give your balloon a bend to shape it. Now you can turn this into a bracelet. You can turn this into a hat. Or you can just give it to the kid like this, whatever, or use it as a decoration like that. So that is how you make the bat that's hanging upside down. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I do release videos on a regular basis. Or you can leave me comments or feedback below, or you can check me out on Instagram, Facebook, or my website, Balloon Animals Palm Beach.